And this one is a cooperative game where players are going to be working together to steal an ancient artifact from a game-controlled opposing faction. But while you're doing this, you're also going to be finding different treasures in order to upgrade your character and your deck. This is coming from the same creators that brought you games like V Sabotage and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice, and this game does borrow a lot of elements from those games. But this is a game that plays over a series of rounds where players are going to be taking their actions together. Each character has their own set of action cards that they'll be able to use, and players will be combining these cards together, creating different combos in order to reach their goals. But the catch here is that most of these actions do require a skill test with a die roll, but any player can also discard their action cards in order to reduce the difficulty of a skill test. Each game's also going to have a bunch of different objectives that players can try to complete in order to level up their characters in different ways, and this includes upgrades for a more powerful die. In addition to the individual action cards that each player is going to have with their character, there's also a shared action deck that any player can choose to draw from at any time in order to perform additional free actions. The issue with this is that you may not always get the action that you were hoping for, and there are also enemy cards in that deck that could trigger the enemy faction to take actions in different ways, and if they catch you, you're going to have to either fight, bribe, or talk your way out of that situation. If you're not able to and you draw enough attention, that's going to be triggering alarms to go off, which is going to ramp up all the enemies and make them all aware of you, but this is also inevitably going to happen once you do find that artifact, and at that point players are going to be working together to try and escape with that artifact with all the guards and enemies on your tail. Of course, there is a bit more to the game, and I'm just giving you the broad strokes here, so if you do want to know the finer details, they do have a rulebook posted on the campaign page as well. You can find a link to that in the description below, and of course you can click to get notified.